Okay, so there's, like USCIS, there's two different versions. There's like the paper regulation version, and then there's the reality. So the paper regulation version, where it's like our offering documents, it is a 5-year commitment, because I can't go to the banks and I can't go to the project, say, hey, here's an investment, but by the way, I want to yank it from you at any time. Also, if we have withdrawal provisions, where it means that you can quit at any time, technically your investment's not at risk, because all of a sudden you see one cloud in the sky, want to yank your money. USCIS actually wouldn't approve a project with a withdrawal provision. It needs to be at risk. So we can't actually offer the get out of jail free card per se. We can't offer a withdrawal provision. But the reality is, if we know that you have a green card and you don't need to go through this process and you don't need to wait for 4 years, 5 years, what we can do is work our hardest to replace you with an investor that does need EB-5. So when that replacement investor is procured and found, invested into the project, we would be able to trade you out. And we know that certain individuals, if they're sitting with a 2010 priority date or 2009 but haven't been approved, if they wanted to try EB-5, that's great. But honestly, we do expect 5-year commitments and for those people to be in. But as this project progresses, it gets more attractive. It gets better and better because it's more mature, it's easier to see, and there's more job creation. The ability to replace an investor actually gets easier and easier. And even as it proceeds even further, and there's a lot of I-526 approvals and everything else, the attractiveness of this project will increase. So even if you spent some time in the project, the ability to replace an investor actually gets easier. So we would work with you as hard as we can to replace the investor and get out, but according to the documents, there won't be a withdrawal provision where you can just quit, because then you actually would have never been approved to start. Is that correct? Okay.